9:05, 3rd of May 2023, and I hope that you are well. So, what is this circle made of? As you think in your heart, so are you. What are you thinking? Well, tell me who you are, and then I'll tell you exactly what you are thinking. How do others perceive you? How do you perceive others see you as well? So here I can tell you more or less in which category you fall. Just tell me what you love, because according to your heart, what you love, you draw to you. If you love approval of man, then you'll draw that. You'll do everything to get that. If you want love, well, you'll draw that. If you seek what is good, what is right, then you'll also draw that. So let's look at Wiggins. It's called Wiggins Circumplex Model, 1996. And let's see that some people, they say most men are dominant and very ambitious. That is 60% of men love to be dominant. They want to rule and reign. And then also, of course, 40% of women. They think when they step into an atmosphere, what is my authority in this place and what must I manage? That is the focus, the main focus of what they want to accomplish. And then on the other spectrum, you get someone that is more seeking to connect in a submissive way. And they are more like, okay, Sarah, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Okay, Sarah. So they are just enjoying the moments. And they don't think of ruling and reigning. They think of, okay, how can I adapt? And how can I submit? How can I seek to connect to others? And to connect to others means that you have to adapt, submit. So then you also get on the dominant spectrum. When people are very dominant, they are seeking to lead and they are natural born leaders. And also they are self-enhancing. They think of, okay, how will this benefit me? They have to be like that, because if you need to be a success, and they ambitious means they're seeking to be successful. So if you seek to be a success, you have to say, okay, what are the resources and how can I manage it? How can I use it? So in that way, they are self-enhancing. Now that isn't a bad thing. But what is also very interesting is that most often, when people are self enhancing, those that are docile, is it docile? You see, docile, they are ready to accept control and instructions and they are submissive. So that is more the feminine essence. So when you are submissive, and someone comes and they are self-enhancing, you don't think of yourself, you think of the other. Okay, how can I submit? How can I adapt to them? And the secret is that we need to embrace both. Now, if you've been submissive, you always thought that was the right thing to do. And in a way, you respected and admired people that were self enhancing, that were leading, that were so successful. But on the other hand, you also felt like, no, I don't want to be focused on self. So, in a way, you were rejecting that part of you. And especially in relationships and in marriage and in life, it's as if these aspects exists in all of us. And what I hate about you exists in me, but I'm not willing to acknowledge it. So when I embrace both, I become whole, I become shalom. And that is what is very, very needful. currently. If you are too feminine, people will use you. You will become the abused. And if you are too self enhancing, you are angry, upset, and you can't connect really to people. So you can't be nurtured because you have to always be strong and you hate weakness, you hate feelings. And so that is what it means to become whole and also to just be all of these, to embrace it when you see it in others. Now, often, for instance, when you were submissive and people were too dominant, you blamed them for being too dominant, too self enhancing, too critical. And you fought, and also you saw that, you can't trust them. And you thought that it's only good to be nurturing, to be cooperating, to be submissive, and to be self effacing means that you are so modest, you are so submissive and thinking of others that at times you can actually be a continual victim. And so it's not good to just be one aspect. We need to develop ourselves as a whole person. And also, if you are too arrogant, calculating, dominant, ambitious, extroverted, gregarious, which means you're just like, oh, taking over the show, you can also be very hostile and cold and quarrelsome. And so people do not really give you love and nurturing. You are just like, man, I don't want to be weak. And so you can also be very distrustful of others. You don't trust people because you also do not trust yourself, perhaps. Or you are just like, I'm better than other people. And so when we judge, we actually draw that judgment onto us until we see that what we judged others of, it exists in ourselves as well. So if you think it's only good to be friendly, warm, agreeable, then someone will perhaps, you know, how can I say, violate your boundaries so much until you learn that no, I have to have boundaries to say no. I have to be cold in saying no, I can't do this. Hostile in the sense of I'm saying no to you and yes to me. And quarrelsome in the sense of if someone wants to, like for instance, kill me, I'm going to say, hey, you kill me, but first, this and this and this. You have to have that thing of, I can be warm and agreeable if there's trust. I can be warm and agreeable when there's boundaries. I can be warm and agreeable if I come from wellness. So both are needed. But those that are quarrelsome and cold will say, no, I don't want to be warm and agreeable. First, prove to me that you are trustworthy. And no, I don't trust. And no, I'm not going to be friendly. I'm having so much boundaries. And you must first prove this and do this and be that. And then I can allow you close. So, in a way, they are trusting themselves so much that they are never warm and agreeable and friendly. Only if they are like, yes, you are submissive to them, then they can be like that. But when we never warm and friendly, we never allow someone close. And so we are growing up alone at times. So it's good to incorporate both of these. But like I say, we think as you think in your heart. So in your heart, you loved perhaps to be warm, agreeable, friendly, ingenuous. What? Let me just see, ingenuous. So you love to be innocent and unsuspecting and trustful. That was just what your heart desired to be because that was who you were created to be. And you loved being submissive and just enjoying the moments, not having a particular goal or ambition or to enhance yourself. It was, let's cooperate, let's bond, let's just connect. Oh, I'm trusting everyone, I'm loving everyone. That was what you fought and what you become. But now you have to learn also that, hey, at times I have to listen to critique, to hear when others say, but also be ambitious. Oh, do I need to be? Yes, it's good to be ambitious. It's good to be your best self. Oh, and to be dominant at times to say, this is my expertise, and now others can listen as well. And to be not always withdrawn and silent, but to say, I've also got to say. So to be both, I think I've said enough about that. Now, let's get back to what does this have to do with you? If I have everything, but I have not learned to love. Hello, Dr. Subia. Hello, Boki. Thank you so much. If I have not learned to love, then I am nothing. So the question is not, do people value you? The question is, do you value others? Do you love others? Do you love yourself? Do you love your spirituality, God? So, to get more information today about to become whole, to become a whole person, to be so loving, to love is to win in every situation, to be an overcomer, to be unstoppable. It all starts with love, and especially loving ourselves. And like we said, if we can't yet be love, why is that? And it's so interesting. I want to read this to you where it says actually that why can't we be love? Because love is so empowering. And it is simply because we haven't yet received love. It is here. If I have not love, how do you get and obtain love? It says that reasoning. So you have to reason. That intention, you have to set the intent to be love. That spiritual aspect. So it's a spiritual thing. It's something that, like wind, you can't see it. But to desire that, to be so devoted, committed, self-disciplined to that love, to reason about love, to set that intention. I want to be loving, I want to receive love, I want to be love, I want to give love, because love wins and overcomes. And in the end, it's the most powerful. If we want to dominate, learn how to love. If we want to be submissive, learn how to love. If we want to be cold-hearted towards our enemies, towards boundaries, learn how to love. If you want to be warm and agreeable, learn how to love. And that love is inspired by God, by the divine source, by the all-powerful, all-knowing, all-loving, all light, I want to say, by God's love for us. So first, you have to be inspired. How? By receiving that love. You can't give what you haven't received. So once you receive it, it's in you. And to be so inspired by that love, to me, means that you've been so filled up, that you are filled up to overflow. Everything that I can't give. It says God, the spiritual, is so generous in giving. Are you generous in giving love, in giving support, in giving finances? No one of us wants to give to beggars. It's like, no. Why? Because faith pleases. Faith pleases us when someone trusts in themselves, when someone trusts in the higher power. When you trust, it enables you to act. And so faith pleases as well. It pleases us. and it pleases others. When we are like begging, it shows that we don't have that self love, self respect, and that trust. But yet, it's so interesting when we ask, it means, I do not know. Please show me how I can be responsible. That is the right kind of asking. And so, therefore, if you want to listen to more, please join the 30-day Empowered Successful Mind, and it's going to change your life and also your love life, your money, and your business, because love empowers everything. Blessings to you. Have a wonderful day.